Hey there, my snarf diddly arfs. How you doing today? We got the lobby mastery mode on easy, so it's not going to be too crazy or anything like that. I'm not going to do it on reverse or anything. I know I could be doing these guys on reverse, but I feel like playing it the real way is the most important way to start this game. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually do another engineer start. Alright, I know, it's kind of fun, right? We're going to do an engineer start, go up to a 1-0 engineer, and start farming right away to get those farms going. Today I want to talk a little bit about hotels and/or the worst hotel experience that I ever had. So let's get that 1-0 engineer going before things go really, really bad. So what was the worst hotel experience you guys ever had? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. But the worst hotel experience I ever had was bedbugs. Okay, so first of all, if you don't know what bedbugs are, maybe not that many people have actually heard of them, because they're kind of those weird things that you really don't need to hear about them unless they're there. You know, in most places they don't exist. In most places you're not going to find them. But bedbugs are these little tiny critters. They're kind of like fleas, kind of like ticks. And what they'll do is they'll hop on your like mattress or your pillow or whatever, man. And that's how they spread it, or even your body sometimes. And they'll spread to different places. So if they get inside, for example, a hotel room, which makes sense because there's lots and lots of oh man, what the heck just happened there, man? Which makes sense because there's lots of people coming in and out, you know? So if somebody can bring them in from their house or whatever. And sometimes you don't even know you have them. I know, I'm jumping all over the place with this. But I'm going to keep this on fast forward mode. We got to get this stuff going. Got to get going with these maps. So, I gotta take a break. Just got to take a break. Sometimes you just got to throw your hands up and say, bloop, I'm done. No, I'm not done. But, so the bedbugs, they'll like live in like little crevasses. I know I say crevasses. I know I'm weird. I got that from Bear Grylls, and it just stuck. Just stuck, man. They'll live in like little tiny places. They hide really, really well inside your room, and they'll only come out at night, and they'll follow your carbon dioxide trail, and they'll find you quite easily. And sometimes you'll find little like blood puddles when you wake up in the morning, or sometimes you'll find like little scabs, or you'll get a little bit itchy when you wake up, and you'll be like, what the heck's going on here, man? And there'll be little tiny ticks sucking your blood all night. And they just hide in the morning. They just go back and they hide in the morning. And you don't realize they even happen sometimes. And it's kind of scary, actually. So I might even go for a 4th farm on this one, because these are... It's a really easy map, man. The lobby's one of the easiest maps. You just got so much room to work with these guys. So here we go. We got a 4th farm already. I might go for a 5th, depending on if it fits the way I want it. If it fits right here, I'll fit it. I'll put it. Otherwise, I'm just going to upgrade them fairly high. Maybe even just get them all up to 3rd tier. Maybe even a 4th tier if we want to go crazy today. But I feel like finishing off this last farm if I can fit it. Oh, we can. Absolutely perfect. So these guys are all upgraded, and we get our last little buddy right there. Alright, so now we need to get more stuff. Let's go for a wizard first of all. He's kind of cheap, he's kind of nice, he pops leads. Pretty much, honestly, the most versatile tower is the wizard. Think about it. Low-level upgrades pop leads and lead camos. And or just camos. So they're obviously pretty effective. So we're going kind of crazy with our farming right now. I know. I like to have a harder early game and have an easier late game. That's always the way you want to think about it. Even if you're losing lives on those harder maps, you want to do it. So here we go. We can go crazy. Just go boink, chicka boink boink, and we do end up taking it down. A little bit weird though. Went a little bit weird way. I didn't realize it went like that, like the circular motion like that. So anyways, bedbugs. They're straight up evil. They're really, really hard to get rid of. You basically can't kill them. You can like gas the place and they won't die. A lot of times. So yeah, they're not good. They're terrible. They're super duper hard to get rid of. So that's why once you get them, it's like literally, they're like burn the house down. And I don't want to scare you guys too much, but they are very scary. Not even gonna lie. They're very scary and evil. So anyways, they're really, really easy to like get them and everything. So anyways, we walk into this hotel room and bam shazam, guess what, man? My dad's looking around a little bit, and he sees some, kind of like poop, and I was like, ooh, no. It's like little black spots. He's like, oh, they didn't do a very good job cleaning. I want to get, like, better sheets and everything. So we have to be a little careful right here, man. I'm just going to spam a few sets of rose spikes, get rid of those Rio rainbows before they turn really dangerous on us. And we ended up looking around a little bit more, and we found some bed bugs. So we're like, screw it, we're out, we're leaving. We didn't even like, hey, we want to do room or anything. Once you see bed bugs, you're like, you cannot stay. And like, we wash all of our clothes very, very thoroughly and everything. trying to kill them all. Sometimes you just need to suffocate them, but heat and everything most of the time kills them, but not all the time. The thing is if you get them just on your clothes and whatnot, you can usually get rid of them. But once it gets down to they get in your house, that's when it's really, really crazy to get rid of them. So anyways, that was my worst hotel experience, was that time that we found the bed bugs. We just straight up had to leave. And we told them that they had bed bugs, and we left. And they refunded our money and everything, and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. Not even to say the hotel, because maybe it's not a very, very common thing for that to happen, but, you know, you gotta understand, if you ever see them, you don't stay. You just leave. At least that's my opinion. So now that we're done with bed bugs, are there any other really, really evil bugs out there? Not really. There's not that many, like, super duper crazy evil bugs out there. Most of them are pretty good. And in fact, honestly, I know it sounds really, really crazy, but I think in a couple, I don't know, about a couple years, but we might be eating insects fairly soon. I know, that sounds kind of gross, right? You're like, insects? Ew! Yeah, well, they're like the best way to get calories. Honestly, that's the best way to put it. The best way to get calories, and they're super plentiful. They're everywhere. Think about a place where you don't find insects. It just don't happen, man. It's kind of weird. I took an entomology course, and I didn't learn all of this from that class, but I learned a lot about insects, and I learned to respect them a lot more than I already did. I already respected insects. I already was like, dude, insects are really cool and everything. But now I'm like, insects are super cool. We gotta pay attention to them, keep them safe, and all that good stuff. Not really keep them safe because they're so plentiful. There's ridiculous amounts of them. And that's why, even though a lot of people they won't feel bad about killing the insects, though, I still feel bad about them. I never want to kill them, and I call them insects instead of bugs because I just think about, I don't know, the naming of them all and everything. I know a lot of their names and stuff, so I get a little bit crazy when that stuff happens. So we're gonna get a Roboplasma, dude. We're gonna get a Roboplasma 438, I think. Yeah, that's fun. All right. Nope, wrong thingamabob. Roboplasma. Everything is gonna get demolished. Plus, we're just gonna leave them on first, make them nice and gooey and good. And what I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna get a Spectre. So we're gonna see if the Spectre does any better than that helicopter that we used last time. So I'm actually gonna use the monkey village here. I'm gonna go chicka chicka boom. And we can, oh man, I still barely can. So we're hopefully gonna get it on the next round, which is sweet. Gotta be careful, man. Camera detection, radar scanner, that shiznit up. All right, we're probably gonna unlock it on this next round. I bet you almost any money. I mean, check that out, dude. It's so close. If we really, really need to, we can go a little crazy with the monkey ace. There it is, man. Spectre. So we're just gonna go boinkity boinkity and go shazamble lambadam. So there we go. We got a super mega kill-tastic tower here. The Spectre. Probably gonna end up using him a lot more than I probably want to. Him or the helicopter, 4th tier helicopter. I think we're gonna end up using those guys a lot because they're really, really good against Moabs, and they're really, really good against balloons. And when you have a combination of Moabs and balloons, what's the best thing to use against them? Not a Robo Monkey. There's too many. You need explosions, so you're gonna need like a helicopter or a Spectre. And I don't think combos are gonna work that well. I think you just need to go with one of those really high tier towers, even if you have to sell a lot of stuff to go for them. So here we go, round 46. As you can tell, Spectre annihilates the balloons. The only thing we can do a little bit better is maybe pop the Moabs a little bit faster, which is a balloon chipper. I'm a balloon chipper fan. I like the balloon chippers. But I haven't realized, on this version, they're not as good as they used to be. Like, oh man, they take a little bit longer to like slurp them in, and then by the time you get them out, it's like, dude, there's already Moabs like sneaking past my balloon chipper because there's so many Moabs coming out. So you might have to, like, again, you might have to think about doing different things, like going for a really high level helicopter or something like that. I know it's kind of weird, and kind of crazy to think about, but a fairly good 4th tier helicopter can maybe last you a good solid 15-20 rounds. If you just get him going, you're gonna be happy. But that's just my opinion. We're going to see once we get a little bit further into the master rounds and see what we end up coming up with. I'm thinking of different strategies. That's my main plan right now. Think of different strategies, and hopefully I'll get a lot better at this mode, and I can just keep on beating these maps for you guys. Just chug them through. There we go. We're at the end of the round 50. Hopefully you guys had a fun time listening to me about bedbugs. Hopefully you're not super duper afraid of them. You're not just going to get them randomly. You have to actually like find a place with the bedbugs, and they have to like transfer through your clothes or your sheets or your mattress or whatever thing. So don't be too afraid. They're not like just floating around, just killing people. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Press the like button if you haven't. And have a super duper delicious day.